Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream Saturday. I hope you guys have had a good start to your weekend and they had a good week as well. So, starting the live stream with Running Blind tonight. Thank you guys for requesting that over on Patreon. And by the way, if you want to get hold of any of my music, you can head over to wingsofpegasus.com/music. But let's see who is in their house tonight. We have Ro, Gail, Julesy, Karen, Rocker Girl, Laurie, Totola Porco, Tammy, WNP67, Pamela, and it's going through too quickly. So, hello, Desert Deluge is in there as well. I'll just pick up some names. You've got Billy in the house and Ro. And I have seen that in one of the donations it says that it's Billy's birthday today. So, yeah, a very happy birthday to you. And just looking at Paul's message, that's what Paul is saying, wishing Billy, Juliana, a happy birthday. So, yeah, have a great day. Everybody say happy birthday, Billy, in that live chat room. And yeah, we've got Tammy in there, Julesy, Mary, Bob's in the house as well, Pink Thistle. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. Now, on tonight's live stream, we're going to be attempting a new record of likes, but this is the big one. It's 500. That's what we're going to be aiming for, and we're going to be getting that up on screen. Highest target of all time for any live stream ever. 500 is what we're going to be trying to get. So it means that as you come through the door, if you could leave a thumbs up, that'd be very much appreciated to get us a bit of a head start before the end of the live stream to see if we can make it to 500. It's a huge target, but we will see. Let me get the likeometer up on screen to see where we are at already. It is 212. It took me a little bit of time to see exactly where it was. 212 likes so far, which is a good start to the live stream. Thank you guys for that. And let me get the names of my patrons up on screen as well, because they make this all possible in the first place. You know who you are. So yeah, big shout out to you lovely people at the bottom of the screen, and without them I wouldn't be doing the analysis videos, the live streams, all the cover videos that I've done in the past as well. So yeah, a huge thank you to you guys. Right, this is the point at which I say that you don't have to donate at any point. I mean, not only during this live stream, but at any point. It's absolutely fine. Just watching is great. Maybe leaving a thumbs up, subscribing is great as well, leaving a comment, getting involved in the live streams. But there are some people who can't resist donating. So for those people, I do put up on screen the percentages and the fact that YouTube takes between 45 and 60% through the super chat window, and PayPal takes between 3 and 5%. And you can find a PayPal link in the description below if that's how you want to do things. But yeah, you don't have to. I can see that there've already been a few donations, so thank you guys for these. I will address those now. Orlando donated $2, so thank you for that, and said spike the likes folks with some thumbs up, so thank you for that. Paul donated $5 as well. Thank you, Paul. That's the one that I just mentioned, saying wishing Billy, Juliana a happy birthday. Let's have fun tonight and spike those likes, all y'all rock. So thank you for that, Paul. And Orlando donated again, $2. Thank you for that, Orlando. The message is happy birthday to Billy, Juliana. So thank you for that, Orlando. And Totoro Porco's donated $5 as well. So thank you for that. And the message is your old bandmate Riff has a new single called Black Swans out on YouTube. So thank you for that. And Laura has just popped in there with a donation of $49.99. So thank you for that, Laura. And the message is, want to know your opinion of Eva Cassidy? If not, you should check her out. So thank you for that, Laura. And I don't know, I've done at least one video on Eva Cassidy, and I think the reason that I'm thinking about it is that the first video that I did on her got blocked on copyrights and it kind of got removed. And I then did another video, and yeah, because I couldn't feature any of the music, it was, you know, a bit annoying to not show people what I was explaining. So anyway, I did that, I uploaded that, and that was fine. But then I think the original video that I did then was allowed to go through. So then I had to kind of chop and change and then either make it public again or re-upload. I forget exactly what I did. But yes, she is on the channel somewhere, so you can check out that video if you want to hear me talk about her and her voice and her guitar playing as well. I more than likely probably broke down some of her guitar playing. I mean, because she was great at playing guitar, but playing finger style. And yeah, her version of Over the Rainbow, or Somewhere Over the Rainbow, as it's also known, was not only great vocally, but the way that she's playing and the way that she's arranged it and the chords that she's using, and yeah, the way that she's going through sequences on the right hand. So yeah, more likely than not, I did get the guitar out and demonstrated a few things on acoustic. So yes, you can check that out. So thank you for that, Laura. And Vicky has donated $5 as well. Thank you for that, Vicky. And this is Vicky's 5th super chat donation, because it's got a big number 5 there. And we have a picture of somebody behind a cloud saying hiya, and hiding and then coming out. So thank you for that, Vicky. And Karen's donated $10, and Karen says, one more try. Russia's using AI to attack Olympics. So thank you for that. Yeah, this is something that, I didn't fully understand in the last live stream. And I don't really keep up with lots of news stories. I might be able to see generally what's on the news here in the UK. I don't think this has been covered. About Russia using AI, but yeah, this is the thing about every potential news article or any video that you see nowadays. Because of AI, it could be propaganda, you don't know. So it's almost got to the point where, back in the day, people would have pictures that they wouldn't want people to see, and then somebody might post them online, and generally that was something that came about through relationships that then ended, and one of them might have images that the other person doesn't want released, and then they release them, and all that kind of thing happened. And I think it's at the point now where AI can make any image up if it wanted to. Like I did see on the news about Donald Trump videos or images being created with AI, and they weren't real, but people thought they were real because they looked real, but it was AI. So it's got to the point now where I'm pretty certain that AI can make anything look like anything, because it is that advanced now. And it means that if somebody uploads a picture and says, oh, this is that person, and I think everybody is a valid defense now to say, well, it's not me, that's AI. You can make an image of anybody doing anything. So yeah, I did actually see on the news that there was a report on AI about how quickly it is moving forward. And I know that we spoke about this in the last live stream about national security and all this kind of stuff, but it covers everything. So when we're talking about images being uploaded to the internet and being created on the internet by AI, they were saying about how it's so easy to do this now. Like before, you needed a really powerful computer and graphics card, and it'd take a lot of time in order to make something that's half convincing, but then it used to look a bit rubbish. Whereas now, the process has obviously been streamlined so that people can do it on their phone, this person was saying, and changing their faces. And I think the apps initially are designed for people to have fun, to have their face on, like a movie character. Put yourself in, Arnold Schwarzenegger's shoes or boots in Terminator 2 or something like that, and it's funny to look at and all that kind of stuff. But then the serious side of it is that, well, if you can do that, then you can create any image, and that's what I said about the whole Donald Trump thing. And then they're saying about how to make that, or how to write the law, what can you do? Because it's all available to do now. So how can you stop people from doing it? And you can't stop people from doing it. How do you stop the websites offering that? And it's really complicated. I don't know how. Other than because they're saying that, the use of it obviously in the wrong hands, and the things that I've said before about posting pictures or saying that it's of a relationship has gone bad, all that kind of stuff. They're saying, how do you police that, and how do you protect people from having their image put on the internet without their permission? And I don't know how you do that, but other than it's like saying just across the board that any image you see now can be AI. So, somebody says, oh, I've seen a picture of you, and it might be, something that you don't particularly want to have on the internet. You can say, well, it's AI. It's not me, and I know, because not that you guys have done anything offensive with my image, so thank you guys for that. But, you've sent me pictures of AI. There's one of me with an alien and all that kind of stuff. And I even said back then, obviously since then, AI has improved because it's improving every second of every day. But I said that, it's amazing how realistic it looked and how it got my hair right. So, I mean, I wouldn't say I've been the victim of AI, but certainly that image, if it was an image of something else, if the AI was, or the picture was just as convincing, then they say, oh yeah, well, Phil, how do you explain this picture? And I can say, well, it's AI. And that's a valid reason now. So pretty much anything. And now I'm thinking, if there is an embarrassing picture of you on the internet, like say, for example, a gig with my hair that's just going outwards when I first started growing it in my early 20s, I can now just say that that's AI. A purely valid defense. But anyway, I mean, scary stuff, but I don't know how lawmakers are going to counteract it, or other than people just being able to have that defense that if something is uploaded of them on the internet, they can just say, well, it's AI, it's not me. And they can do it with videos now, not just still images. But anyway, thank you for that. And Karen donated again $10 saying, Russia has made a fake documentary called Olympics Has Fallen with Tom Cruise's voice. So thank you for that. Okay, I think I'm getting the idea that Russia have made a documentary about the Olympics that isn't real. So there we go. I'm not sure how it's relevant particularly to live streams, but maybe an AI discussion. But we don't really get into the politics of everything in the world. If anything, the live streams are a place to try and escape all of that, because there's too much of that going on. Day by day, and that's all the stuff, unfortunately, that you see on the news all the time. It's just about crazy stuff that's happening all around the world. So we have a little bit of a break from that on these live streams. Thank you, Orlando, as well, who donated $5 again and says, Geddy Lee of Rush was set to join and tour with a K-pop band thanks to a parody website using AI. The picture used was very believable. So thank you for that, Orlando. And this is it. That's what I mean. It's now at the point where you can't tell that it's an image that's been created through AI. It's just reminded me of something I saw earlier. The AI profiles that you get on Instagram. And so there are loads of AI models. And on the profile pages, it says, I don't think it said virtual. Oh, it said virtual model or something like that. But anyway, you've got now people that don't exist that are AI, and they are influencers. And when I say they are influencers, the people that own the account, the Instagram account, obviously have an AI, and generally it's going to be either a really attractive guy or a really attractive girl, and the AI, of course, makes them as attractive as it knows from all of the images of all time in history that it's learning from. So, of course, the pictures are going to look of, the greatest male model ever or female model, and that's then the page. And all of these different posts are just the AI coming up with, different images of this same character. But the person, I'd love to know who's actually behind that Instagram account, because it could be anybody. And it will be anybody. So now they're making money for having an influencer who's actually not a real person. It's an AI person. But I don't spend a lot of time on Instagram, but I did see that now there are different profiles that are being followed and following other people, but they're not actually real people. The image isn't a real person. The person running that particular Instagram account, yeah, it is a real person, but putting up an image of an AI person. But this is the point, that it's so realistic looking, you can't tell. That you would think it was just a person's profile picture. In fact, I would go as far to say as the pictures of AI look more realistic than some people's real pictures when they've used a filter, where, you know, they've got, you know, eyebrows on, or they've made their skin look perfect and all that kind of stuff. Because those, I don't know whether it's the same as, you know, spotting pitch correction and auto-tune, but I can see instantly when somebody's used a filter. And these AI images aren't like that. They're not like somebody using a filter. They're genuinely looking like a real person who's just, yeah, been created with AI to, yeah, be as attractive as possible. And of course, therefore, that particular account will get lots and lots of followers. I don't know why they're following, or why. Yeah, I think they're called followers on Instagram. I don't know why you would follow somebody that isn't a real person. It doesn't make sense. Not to me, anyway. So, yeah, it's not as if they can be invited on a TV show and talk about their success. Unless it's a pre-recorded video, in which they might be able to make one. I don't know. So, anyway, yeah, thank you for that, Orlando. And Stacey donated $9.99 and says, really enjoy your videos. So, thank you for that, Stacey. And Orlando donated again $5 and said, I must start work early tonight in Lower Manhattan, New York City. I will watch the rest of this live stream with the catch-up crew. Let's hit the thumbs up, or the thumbs goal. So yes, if you can hit that thumbs up, that would be great. We are aiming for 500. Huge target. We are at 303, which means we're looking for 197 more people, I think, if my maths serves me correctly, or my math. So, yeah, thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up so far, and we'll see how many more of those we can get, and we'll have a jam at the end of the live stream. That's what it's all about. When we hit that target, we'll bust out the guitar and see what's going on. So, as for tonight's live stream, let me mention that we are going to be having Picture Corner as well, so look out for that a little bit later on. We've got the cover video vote going on at the moment, which is between Parisian Walkways and something else. I can't remember what the other cover video was. I can only ever see the one that's in the lead. So maybe somebody can tell me over. I'll tell you what, I'll have a little look on. Oh, I almost remembered it then. Oh, we don't have a troll corner, by the way. I can see that Cindy's asking for that. So yeah, I've been quite lucky with that recently. But yeah, as for the requests over on Patreon, I'm trying to think of the other cover video. And I know you probably can see it at the top of the live chat room. So it's between, Sweet Emotion. That was the other one. So yeah, we will see. Parisian Walkways has been on the losing end of the vote on the last few live streams. So we'll see if that wins out tonight. So thank you guys for letting me know that it was Sweet Emotion for tonight's other cover video. So yeah, usually I can remember what it was. But I think because I was setting up everything so quickly, and I was thinking about all the gremlins that happened on the last live stream. We had everything happening at the same time. So all the USB things went off. The mic didn't work. My camera stopped working. I had to go to like the loading screen. That's what I should have done. I should have gone to this. I should have gone to that last time when I was having all of the problems. But I didn't think quickly enough. So yeah, I should have gone to that test card, is what it's called, that we used to have here in the UK whenever the channels were not on anymore, because they used to finish at maybe 11 or 12 at night, and then there'd be nothing on until it starts up in the morning again. So that's what they used to show on the BBC channels, was just that girl and the chalk, and I think like a clown teddy or something. I'm going to look at it again to see exactly what it is. Here we go. Yeah, playing noughts and crosses with a clown teddy. And I believe that this was either the daughter or the granddaughter of the guy that was putting together this board to look at. And obviously, yeah, I mean, that would have been really good for advertisers but the BBC doesn't do advertising, so that's why that didn't happen. But I was thinking, yeah, if you're showing something all night, they could have just done a really early form of adverts all night. Earned lots of money, but there you go. That's the test card. So back to the gremlins. Yeah, everything was fine setting up, and whenever everything's fine, I get more suspicious because then anything can happen at any point, and it's not something that I've managed to iron out before we go live. So yeah, we will see how we get on, but at least if everything goes wrong, I can now remember to click on that. So we are going to be jumping into the PayPal donations, so thank you guys for those. And by the way, Orlando mentioning that it'll be in the catch-up crew. If you are watching this in the future, you can still hit that thumbs up. Really does help the live stream to get out there a little bit more and for the channel to grow on the whole. So let's get over to PayPal, because Elaine donated £11.23. So thank you for that, Elaine. And that was at 33 minutes past 11, and this is on Tuesday night, so that must have been after the last live stream. I think I get the notifications an hour after, at least the timer on Outlook for some reason isn't in sync with Greenwich Mean Time, so that means that it would have been 33 minutes past midnight. So thank you for that, Elaine. The message was, thank you so much for hanging in there and gifting us the Phil Jam. So that was right at the end of the last live stream. We just made the target or the goal literally as I was about to sign off. So then we had the Phil Jam. We just kind of let it, go on. A little bit longer than it should. And I do say about the moderators, and they did stay along for the Phil Jam as well, but generally they are going to be finished at 15:15. That's when I try and finish the live stream so that everybody can do what they need to do. So yeah, 15:15 midnight. That's usually until I'm just seeing Jan's gone through with a donation there, so thank you for that, Jan. But yeah, that's usually until we live stream, or when we call it to an end, is until 15:15 midnight. So that's how long we have to get to our likes goal for tonight. But anyway, yes, thank you for that, Elaine. And there's another donation after this, and it's from Michael, and Michael has donated £10, so thank you for that, Michael. And I'm just going to move this across a little bit so I can actually see what's going on. And Cindy donated £25 as well, so thank you for that, Cindy. And the message was, hi Phil, were you able to go to the Wingo concert in London Friday night? So thank you for that, Cindy. And I think we've spoken about this in the past, but unfortunately not. But it's just because, Friday night's a video night for me, and got to keep on pushing forward. And it's just something that I think when you do what I do, and you do something that's based on the internet, and especially with YouTube, as soon as you either miss a video or miss a regular release time, then the algorithm doesn't like you anymore, and it means that you're going to have problems for maybe a few weeks after that to try and get back to viewing figures as they were and all that kind of stuff. So I'm sure that they were great in London, but it's just doing what I do now is a 24/7 thing. So it's, every day, obviously, it sounds like 24/7, 365, as they say. But the thing is, especially now with the messages and with the amount of subscribers that we have on the channel, it's almost like every day, whatever's incoming for messages and especially if I'm kind of researching for videos, all that kind of stuff, and everything that comes in, it kind of gets to here, and then throughout the day, I kind of work my way through it and try and keep up as much as possible. But there's a little bit of an overload, so that's what I use Monday and Thursdays for, to try and kind of get back to level. But if I suddenly didn't do something for a day, I'm going to have a day's worth of extra stuff on top of the next day. So it's like having 2 days, then you've got to work through, and you've got the extra on top of that I would do on a Monday and a Thursday. So it's like if I do go to something, I've got to plan it a long time in advance. So and just on that, next Sunday is Father's Day, so we'll probably do something with the family for that. But this is the point that I've already earlier this week planned and working out in my schedule how I will have that afternoon free for Father's Day. So this is the point that I need to do something or everything well far in advance, so that everything is going as it normally does on my channel, and I haven't been negatively affected by not being able to do something that I would normally do. Yeah, as you guys know, Sunday is a video day for me, so that's something that I will do in advance for Sunday so that I can be at Father's Day. But anyway, thank you for that, Cindy. And Nicole donated £15 as well, so thank you for that, Nicole. And the message is, hello, Phil. Recently, it was the 80th anniversary of the Normandy landings, France. Today, we hope peace and rock forever programme. Dear Phil, good weekend for you and your family fondly. So thank you for that, Nicole. And yeah, that's something I've seen on TV. About the anniversary of the Normandy landings. And yeah, it's all of... I mean... Yes, it's all a bit depressing when you think about that's already happened and the human race has already gone through that and we still haven't learned anything. To think that we're commemorating such events and all you need to do is go to another country and you can see it happening, that they're making the same mistakes all over again. So yeah, it's all a bit depressing. So I mean, it's one reason to... or probably a good reason not to watch the news, because you're reminded about the idiocy of the human race, sadly. But anyway, thank you for that, Nicole. And Steve has donated £2 as well. Thank you for that, Steve. The message is, it's Billy Juliana's birthday. Happy birthday. I'll be on the Ketchup crew later to watch. So thank you for that, Steve. And... oh yeah, Jan donated 20 Norwegian kroner, by the way, and said Murphy's Law is relevant, Phil. So thank you for that. And yeah, this is about the gremlins. We call it Sod's Law here. So it means that anything, or when you want everything to work, it'll go wrong. Or something that's worked seamlessly and perfectly for years, when you've just been, doing your own thing. You might be on the internet, you might be doing live streams, and they don't matter because it might be just, I don't know, a few people watching or something. But then you might get a really good opportunity where you can live stream to millions of people. That's when stuff will mess up after going for years of a perfect system. So yeah, that would call that Sod's Law. So it is applicable when we're talking about gremlins and when one thing doesn't work, everything just seems to go off at the same time. So thank you for that, Steve. And Tammy has donated £10 as well. Thank you for that, Tammy. And the message is, hi Phil, what is the most important thing to keep in mind while writing music? Rock. So thank you for that. Well, first of all, have something that you can record on, so that if you do get an idea for a song, you've got a way to get it down, or like a notepad on your phone. I have notepad on my phone, but also a sound recorder on my phone. I think most phones have that nowadays anyway, so just record a riff if something pops into your head. But I'd say the most important thing to keep in mind is make sure you like your own song. And I guess this is the problem with bands, and the reason that bands split up is because not everyone in the band will like every song, and some people will want to write a song, but then other members of the band won't want them to write a song, and then they disagree and they fall out, and then the band ends. So yeah, I'd just say make sure that everyone's happy with a song if you can do. But when somebody's got a vision, who might be either the singer in the band or the front man of the band, and they might play an instrument as well. If they've got a vision, then they'll be pursuing that regardless of what the band members think. So yeah, I'd say the most important thing, if you're writing a song yourself, is just to enjoy it and make sure that you like what you're writing, because if it does really take off, you're going to have to perform that song over and over and over and over and over again. So yeah, you don't want to not like it in the first place. So yeah, I mean, that just very much goes or speaks to just being yourself and enjoying what you're writing, and enjoying the music that you make. And if you enjoy it, then that's the most important thing. And if other people like it, then that's great. If they don't, it doesn't really matter, because you're enjoying yourself. So thank you for that, Tammy. And Lisa A has, or should I say Lisa AW, has donated £10. So thank you, formerly known as Lisa W. Thank you for that. The message is, hi Phil, out of all of your cover videos, which one did you enjoy making the most, and which one are you the most proud of? Is there any song you would like to make a cover of now if you had the time? So thank you for that, Lisa W. And yeah, in terms of the cover videos that I enjoyed making, probably You Know My Name, which that was with Kent Johnson on violin, so that's quite a cool collaboration. Oh, You Give Love a Bad Name, that's another cool collaboration that I had with or collaboration. I think I just said calibration. Oh, I don't know why that popped into my head. Maybe I didn't say it, but my brain tried to throw calibration into the sentence. But anyway, collab, that's what people say on the internet nowadays. But yeah, that was a collab with Cena, a drummer on YouTube. So yeah, that was good fun as well. I generally like anything that's going to be a little bit hard rock and, like, you know, the Mr. Mister songs. I enjoy doing those because, you know, I listen to that kind of stuff quite a lot. But yeah, I can't think of really a favourite. But if I was doing another cover video now, I'd probably do something. And I know that Parisian Walkways is in the lead, but I was going to say something Gary Moore, and maybe something a little bit more hard rock by Gary Moore. So, you know, maybe from the Run for Cover album, something off that. So yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think about it, but that's probably what I would do. Just because, yeah, I enjoy that album and I enjoy those songs. So yeah, thank you for that, Lisa W. And we have Debbie, who has donated £10. So thank you for that, Debbie. And the message is, hi, Phil. I loved the Jake Gyllenhaal analysis this week. Great job. Have you ever seen the Alien Abduction / Encounters skits on Saturday Night Live? You are amazing. Love you, Debbie. So thank you for that. And no, I mean, Saturday Night Live is not something that we get here in the UK on normal TV, but it might be something that I could watch if I had the time on YouTube. The only thing that I did see, which I think is from that, is the Californians, which I thought was quite funny because they talk about all of the directions of how they get everywhere all the time. But I like it when they start laughing. So we call that corpsing here in the UK, but it's like breaking character. I think sometimes it's referred to as in some YouTube videos. So yeah, I like it when they can't do it because it's too funny. I actually probably prefer watching that when they can't do it to then when they've actually done it. So yeah, I find that quite funny, watching people laughing. So thank you for that, Debbie. And Karen has donated £3.75. So thank you for that, Karen. And the message is, hello, Phil. It's great to be here tonight. I guess if AI gets your hair right, that's smashing. But isn't the term artificial intelligence a bit of an oxymoron? I'm just curious. Thanks for all you do. Cheers, Karen. So thank you for that. And yeah, I mean, artificial intelligence, maybe they'll have to change it at some point, because at the moment it technically is artificial because it needs information, it needs prompts, it needs to know what it has to do, so it needs a lot of direction. So it's not independently intelligent yet. I suppose this is the thing, that what happens when it starts giving it, or what happens if not that it will, but who knows, what if it starts giving itself its own prompts? So it gives itself what it wants to do. So that would then be, I don't know what we'd have to class that as. Maybe something different to AI, but it will have to be GI, like genuine intelligence that is actually thinking for itself. Because at the moment it's not thinking for itself. It's being told to do something. Like if we're talking about images, like we did before, if you're asking it to make an image, it needs to be told what image it needs to make up, like of Donald Trump or whatever. It needs to be told that, and then it knows all of the images from the internet of Donald Trump, and then it comes up with an approximation of what it knows that image to be. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know, if it starts coming up with its own images, who knows what it's going to be making images of? I don't know. It's impossible to know. But anyway, thank you for that, Karen. And Eric has donated £3.75. So thank you for that, Eric. And that is a straight up donation. And Laura has donated £5.25, or 24 pence. So thank you for that, Laura. And the message is, hi Phil, do you ever analyse Christian artists? If you will check Sandy Patty out, she was popular in the late 80s, a wonderful soprano. I sing soprano as well, but not like her. Thanks for your response. Love what you do and all the nice people in the chat room. So thank you for that, Laura. And yeah, I just generally work my way through the analysis video list that I have of people requesting different things, and I don't tend to worry about who the artists are or if they're kind of I'm really just looking at the performance, and I'm not one of these people that gets into religion or politics, like I said earlier on the channel. So we just purely look at a performance and see exactly what's going on. But thank you for that, Laura. And Ghislaine has donated £13.61. So thank you for that. And the message is, Phil, I finally got my cataract surgery done, and oh my god, you look so beautiful. This is magic. Lot of love to you. Rock on. So thank you for that. And yeah, I was going to say maybe the operation wasn't that successful because of that. But thank you for the kind words. So we have another donation from Juliet for £20. Thank you for that, Juliet. The message is, love the great community you make happen. Keep it up. You rock. So thank you for that. And by the way, talking about the community and you guys, if you are a Facebook user, you can head over to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook, and you can join in there. And that's where these lovely people in the live chat room, you guys hang out between the live streams, because I think a lot of you are here as well as over there. So yeah, you can jump in to that supporters page, and if you do join in there, then if you upload a picture of yourself with any merch, then Laura will send that to me and I can show it on the live streams. And by the way, if you want to get your hands on any of the merch, plug of the mug, then there's a tray underneath this video. Click on any of the items to go through to the spring.com store. If there isn't a tray underneath this video, then there's a link in the description below to spring.com. So yeah, you can head to that description to get your hands on the merch. But thank you for that, Juliet. And Vera has donated £7.49. And this is a long message. So, Phil, just today I spent hours on the phone with Amazon. My account was hacked. My phone number changed, my email changed, and the address changed. My case has been escalated to the security team. My account was charged £6,898. I'm assuming that is, or maybe dollars, and shipped to the merchandise, shipped to an address I've never heard of. The security worker mentioned an AI hack. Well, there we go. Well, I hope that gets sorted out, Vera, for, that sounds like an absolute nightmare. And this is exactly what I was saying on the last live stream, that AI, if the wrong people get hold of it, AI is calculating things all the time. It's doing millions of calculations and it never stops. So if you've got a password, it's just a matter of time until it's going to get your password, because it's trying every one. So I'm sorry to hear about that, and hopefully it wasn't what I'm talking about, that it's elevated to that level where people and criminals are now using AI to go through every potential variation of letters. And I mean, when you think about it, if you look at a keyboard and the amount of keys on a keyboard, you think, well, there aren't that many combinations if you just give it to an AI and say, right, come up with all the combinations for this keyboard, because the person's got to use this keyboard to type in their password. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame, and hopefully, it would be the end of all security, wouldn't it? Apart from, somebody mentioned over on Patreon about using your fingerprint to press it on a screen. because as long as physical contact is required, then that's a way around the computers. Like, rather than having to, typing something in on a keyboard, you can talk and you don't have to press anything, and it will start writing on screen what you're saying. So there's a way for the computer to just start typing even though you're not pressing keys. But yeah, pushing your finger against something, I'm sure it will find a way to get around that as well. So anyway, yes, hope everything gets sorted out with Vera, but thank you for that donation. Right, we are going to be jumping into the cover video relatively soon. I can see that it's 51% of Parisian Walkways, so it might be tonight that we actually get to listen to it finally. So I might bring things to a close with the vote a little bit early, but I mean, I suppose it's still a little bit in the lead because it's 51%. It's not 50 point something. So, we'll jump into that in a second. But like I said, we're going to have the picture corner a little bit later on as well. So let's bring it to a close, because as soon as I do that, it means that all the votes end. And I can see that, yes, Parisian Walkways does indeed have 51% of the vote. So thank you guys for that. Now, looking into that likeometer, we're at 403 likes so far, which means we're looking for 97 more people to hit the thumbs up. So if you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, if you could do that, that would be greatly appreciated. And 500 would be a new record for any live stream ever on the channel in terms of hitting that goal. So yeah, we will see. We'll keep an eye on it. We have probably half an hour, just under half an hour of live streaming time left. So yeah, we'll look for every thumbs up we can get to then have a jam at the end of the live stream. And by the way, I can see that Joe has sent me some messages, and I think because in the comment underneath the Patreon post that I do before the live streams, I think Joe is going to be excommunicado, I think is what he said. So he sent me some links, and I think there are two posts with 3. So 145 is the one that we are on, so we will jump into that, and it's 5 minutes and 16 seconds in length. So yeah, we still have therefore a bit of time to get that likeometer clicking over, and we'll see how many we can get. Right, let's jump into my version of Parisian Walkways. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you after. Rock! Looking back at the photographs, those summer days spent outside corner cafes,
Hello!
And hello again. I always try to time it so that we cut out the end of the YouTube video and then I come back in. So yeah, I was ever so slightly too late on that particular attempt, but that was my version of Parisian Walkways by Gary Moore, of course. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and thank you for requesting that over on Patreon. We finally made it to that particular cover video. It's always losing out in the votes recently, but there we had it. So, quick update. 53 people now required to get us to the new record of 500 likes for any live stream on the channel ever. So yeah, we'll keep on looking into that live chat room. If you can hit that thumbs up if you haven't done that yet, that would be fantastic, amazing, super. So what we'll do now is probably jump into Picture Corner, because that's what we usually do after the video, the cover video, and then I think we've got still quite a lot of time left, so we might be able to do something else, such as a fill tune or maybe a riff of the week, but we don't have a lot of riff of the weeks left, so we'll jump into Picture Corner. So I'll see you guys in there in a second. And here we are. So let me try and get myself organised as to seeing the first picture, because then I can read out what's written over on Facebook. So let's get this up on screen. First of all, we have this from Stephanie, and this is Stephanie's picture, or should I say drawing of some guy. So thank you for this, Stephanie. And the message that came with this was getting back into sketching. This is from the Iris cover during the ridiculous solo section, and that's in inverted commas because that's what I say in that particular video, because I don't think the song has a guitar solo in it, or not a designated one. Anyway, so the message continues. The hands turned out better than expected, but I'm not completely satisfied with the face. Neither am I in real life. We'll keep practicing. And then a smiley upside down face. It's fun doing a creative hobby again. For full transparency, I traced to get the general shapes, then filled in the rest freehand. So thank you for that, Stephanie. And we have another picture. This is something that Mary sent me just before the live stream, so I thought I'd show it anyway. And these are Mary's sneakers. You call them over in the USA. We call them trainers here, or maybe Converse, but that's like a brand name, I think, but it's in that kind of style. And because when Mary sent me this picture, and I thought, these are called sneakers and not trainers, and I thought, why are they called sneakers? And I thought, is it because they're better for sneaking? And that's pretty much what it is, but not exactly for sneaking around. But they're called sneakers because the rubber sole on, and I'm not talking about the Beatles here, the rubber sole on the shoe, I'm going to call it a shoe, makes less noise than what they were using. What were they using before? Something that was more solid. So I'd have to type it into Google. So whatever they're using before, this was using a rubber sole now made it a sneaker rather than whatever it's called before that. We call them trainers here in the UK, so I don't know. I don't think they would have been called that. But anyway, so basically they're called sneakers because they're better for sneaking around in. So there you have it. But thank you, Mary. And by the way, guys, if you haven't spotted, there's the Wings of Pegasus logo on the side of the sneakers. So yeah, that's something that Mary did. Very special edition sneakers going on there. So let's now. Did I mention that the whole sneakers thing was? I think it was tennis that they were using before, where they used to run around and make loads of noise. But then when they started wearing sneakers, you couldn't hear all of their footsteps. I say that, all of their footsteps as loudly, but now with modern microphones, you hear everything going on the tennis court. So especially the grunting, which is something that has really taken off everywhere, especially in the women's game, it seems. But anyway, that is Picture Corner for tonight. So thank you for linking me to that first one, Laura, and thank you for sending that one to me, Mary, and I thought I'd just show it on the live stream. Anyway, so let's get rid of that and get back to normal, and the music should have stopped. So yeah, there we have it. Oh, talking about art, and Stephanie's saying about getting the hands right. I've heard, I'm not an artist myself, but I've heard that drawing hands is very difficult, and getting everything proportioned correctly. But there's something, and I can't remember what it's called, but I never knew this about art and paintings and things like back in the I don't know when, like 1200s, 1300s, 1400s, but people that were drawing just amazing things and painting amazing things. There's something that they used which was like tracing, but in real life. So what you have is you have a mirror that is angled and like I don't know, something that you look through. But by doing this, I don't know how it works. I'm going to have to look into this, but I saw something that said exactly what it's called. But what happens is when you look through it, you see on your paper, your piece of paper, and whatever you're going to be drawing or painting, you see the image because it's being angled at what you want to be looking at. But it makes it transparent. So it means that you're looking at the image that you want to draw. So you just copy over it. And yeah, I never knew. I thought they like... I'm sure there are people that do it, just by looking at it and are that good, just doing it from sight. And, I've seen people do it when they're sitting for portraits and all that kind of stuff. But this was, showing you that, you can literally draw anything because it's giving you the image that you just trace around. But it's the real image that's projected there. It's very clever. And I can't remember what it's called. But, Christine says, Phil... Camera Lucida. It's an app now. I should have known that they've changed it into an app. Everything's an app nowadays. But it was the contraption that I saw. But I mean, it was interesting because it's just something that I never knew about. That I just thought everyone was amazing. I didn't realise that, you can just use this thing. You're just literally copying what you can see on your plain bit of paper. You're just copying it all, and of course it's going to be perfectly in proportion, and it'll look really like what you're drawing because you are going over it. So I thought I think this was an advert for a startup company who are making these and making them affordable so that anybody can buy one and start doing their own art and making their own pictures, and they can legitimately say that they did draw it. Just don't mention that you are using something that's showing you exactly how to draw it. But anyway, there's been another donation in the super chat. Oh no, in the PayPal window. So thank you for this, Lynn, who's donated £10. And the message is, really enjoying your informative and fun videos. As a songwriter, how do you make sure that you haven't inadvertently stolen a melody that you may have heard previously? Sending best wishes from Ohio. So thank you for that. And in short, there's no way that you can know. If you haven't heard the song, then all you can do is write your song. And if it then happens that somebody says, oh, you've stolen my song because it's really similar. If you've literally never heard the song before yourself, then it's very difficult. And it might be so similar that you think, okay, well, it is really like their song, so then you might have to concede that it is too close. But I don't think that's happened where somebody has written something that's exactly the same or really similar, like using the same words and the same key, for example, and the same chord progression. Or even though lots of songs have the same chord progression, they don't have the same timing. They don't have the same feel, to that timing. It might be straight, or it might have a bit of a swing feel to it. And there's so many variations. And then when you're talking about lyrical content, obviously every song is then written differently from that perspective. So and generally the key is going to be written for the singer's voice where they sing. So they're there's so many variables that, yeah, in order for you to never have heard somebody else's song and for you to write a song that's exactly the same, yeah, I think that I've never heard of that happening. But there's no way that you can stop that from happening. All you can do is just write a song, and if something comes along that is very similar, then that's when you find out about it. So yeah, thank you for that, Lynn. Right, 3 minutes past midnight, and we're looking for 22 more people to hit that thumbs up in order to hit a new record of all time on the channel of 500 likes. So if you could hit that thumbs up, that would be very much appreciated. Biggest target for any live stream ever. And if we do hit that target, we'll bust out the guitar, have a jam. We have a little bit of time, I think, still, so maybe we'll jump into a riff of the week. I've just decided that's what we're going to do, and whenever I do that, I always realize that I haven't actually set it up. So I do these kinds of things spontaneously and it just backfires. So we're going to be jumping into a riff of the week, so I need a number between 1 and 100 from you guys in the live chat room, and in order to see which we have or haven't had yet, Laura has sent me the numbers, so we're good to go. And let me read out some numbers at random. Well, Jennifer says 50. I was going to say, I'll be surprised if we haven't had number 50, because that would be right in the middle. So no, yeah, we've already had 50, so that's not going to work. Ghislaine says 91. We haven't had 91, so we are going to be jumping into that riff of the week, 91. And right, I'll click on it, and I'm probably going to have to make it quiet. Oh, almost started there. Right, let me take this back to the beginning. And so what we're looking for is the name of the song that this riff comes from. So yeah, and I'm going to be looking into that live chat room. You don't win anything other than just being the first person to guess this riff. So have a listen to this. Oh, let me actually get it on screen so you can see it as well. And I don't know where this is going to appear. Right, let me kind of do a quick one of these because I was using this. Oh, let me move this here. Let me move this here. And it's over to the side. So what happens is I screen capture for the picture corner, or the picture corner pictures. So now it's all over the place. Oh no. This is turning into a bit of a disaster here. So now I need to click on that. Where's this disappeared to? So, we're just going to have to watch it. The button that I wanted to click literally disappeared just before I was about to click on it so that I could move it. So why has that happened? That is absolutely insane for that to just disappear. So, right, it's just decided it's not going to work. So, let's listen to this. And, yeah, so we're looking for the name of the song that this comes from. Let's have a listen. Looking at it to one side. And there we have it. That was the riff for tonight, and I'll get it off screen because it's all off to the side anyway. And I'm going to have to try and figure out how to get this button to appear again, because it's minimized itself, but now, yeah, it's just not giving me the option that it usually does. I'm going to actually click on that, and I'll click on that. Yeah, and it's still not there. Oh, now it's reappeared, and it is Murphy's Law, Sod's Law. Oh, anyway, yeah, let me look into the live chat room, see who got it first. I say got it first. See if anybody actually guessed it correctly. And I'm going to scroll down. Yelena says Sabbath, so it's kind of close. Oh, Cindy, I think, has got it. I got mine, Black Keys. And I think that's the first. Joe says Black Keys. So I think it was Cindy that got it first. And going down, Anna says Black Keys. So I think you're probably mostly, yeah, and Karen says Black Keys. So, yeah, a lot of people on the ball, or at least, yeah, knowing what it is. And, oh, I think those are the guesses that have gone through, and everybody knows what it is, and have stopped guessing. So thank you for playing Riff of the Week, and Cindy for guessing that correctly first. And it's perfectly timed because we are now at 504 likes. So thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up. And yes, well done. I think most people have got that through. So, Skulldugger Reread said Black G's. So no, it's Black Keys on the piano. The black keys and white keys. So anyway, yeah, we're going to be jumping into the Fill Jam for tonight because we have hit the target. So thank you guys for hitting that thumbs up. If you're watching this in the future on catch up, then you can still hit that thumbs up. Really helps the live stream to get out there and for the channel to grow on the whole. Right, let me now get myself organized here because I click on this one.
Thinking we start cutting carbs.
Oh, I'm going to have to stop that. Oh, these adverts. V-Shred. These fitness adverts that, yeah, aren't entirely accurate. Obviously, they're getting people to buy a particular, I don't know, program or course to do with, dropping belly fat and all that kind of stuff. And, yeah, they've got the young guy who's employed to do it, eating pizza and eating pasta and all these different things, and saying that it's losing weight isn't about cutting out carbs from your diet and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's not. I would say it's not, even though I've got a background in personal training and diet and exercise, and I studied it at college and then further at university. So yeah. Cutting out carbohydrates will do a lot for you because there's a hell of a lot of calories in carbohydrates. And if you eat carbohydrates and you don't exercise, that's all stored as fat eventually, because you haven't used the energy that it's giving you. So yeah, it's a bit misleading. This guy's eating pizza and everything. Of course, he's muscular, but they don't say that. Anyway, let's get into the Fill Jam instead of what do they call it? The things that grind my gears. But I'm sure a lot of people fall for this particular program or thing that they're selling. But yeah, losing weight is actually a very simple equation. You just burn more calories every day than you take in. As long as you do that, if you do that for the rest of your life, you will continually be losing weight for the rest of your life. The most important thing is to figure out your calorific intake every day, but then how many calories your body uses. So yeah, you can figure that out on Google. They'll show you the you put in your height and your weight and your activity level, all this kind of stuff, and it'll tell you roughly how many calories you burn a day just by being a human for all of your processes. Walking around, talking, all the things that I'm doing requires calories. So I think I need 1,400, something like that, a day. So if I eat 1,350 calories have got to be used in my body somewhere to generate the same amount of energy that I need to keep being a human. So that's it. If you can figure that out, like I said, you'll lose weight. It's very simple. So anyway, this is 80s glam rock guitar backing track in A minor, spandex optional, which is good because I'm not wearing any. And this is from Play-Jam Tracks at the YouTube channel. So we're going to be jumping into this. Now, as for the levels, you guys can let me know exactly what it's like. But we'll have a go with this. Hopefully you guys can hear it. That was the other gremlin we had last time where you couldn't hear it. So let me know that you can hear it and then what the levels are like. Oh! Mike! Zoom out! this. Grab my pedals! Quick!
How does HelloFresh keep food cold and fresh? I wanted the same thing.
I was making up my own ending because it faded out. So, my A that I was finishing with, sadly, was interrupted by an advert for some cooking things. So anyway, there we have it. That was 80s glam rock guitar backing track in A minor. Spandex was optional. And that's from Play and then dash Jam Tracks. So, thank you guys. And yeah, I didn't see anybody saying that you couldn't hear anything. So just I kept on playing. I started without having anything ready. I didn't have the mic on, I wasn't zoomed out, and I didn't even have access to my pedals. So I say pedals, I don't use that much. It's just clean and then dirty, and then with, you know, dirty with wah wah and then clean with wah wah. But anyway, that was it. So thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up to even allow us to have a fill jam. And I'm gonna be here. That was quite good. My brain put here in the middle of the word be. So anyway, I'm going to be here tomorrow night, of course, with another video and live streaming on Tuesday night as well, of course. So look out for that, 11 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And we're going to be going for a new record. Actually, we're going to be going for 500 on Tuesday, which is another animal entirely, because Tuesdays, yeah, are notoriously more difficult to hit high goals because it's, as I always say, it's a work day or a school day. So yeah, people have to go to bed and have other things that they're doing. So yeah, if you can join me on Tuesday as well, that would be great, because we'll need every single thumbs up we can muster. So we are going to be jumping into that on Tuesday. Next week, of course, we'll be going for another new record because we hit the record tonight. So thank you everyone for tuning in, hitting that thumbs up. Thank you guys for the donations as well. And oh, we've had a couple of donations that have come through. Sue donated $19.99. Thank you for that, Sue. And this is Hermes Ninja, Sue. And the message is, another likes record. Well done. So thank you. And thank you, everyone, in the live chat room for making it possible. Diamond Girl has donated $2 as well and says, cool. And I think this is the guy doing rock horns, but I always question it because I'm not sure. It might be the hang loose thing, which I think is something like that. But anyway, I only know the rock horns myself, as you guys know. So thank you for that, Diamond Girl, and thank you guys for donating. You don't have to, as I always say, but they are very much appreciated. So we are going to be calling it to a close now. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you at tomorrow night's video, and then on Tuesday, if you can make it, as I said, same time, same place on Tuesday, 11 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I will catch you guys at the next one. Rock!